Greetings, family. Welcome back to my channel. I would like to discuss the debate between Eric Muhammad and Taharka Bey in reference to the Moorish Science Temple and the Nation of Islam. Okay? Basically, Taharka Bey invited Eric Muhammad on his platform to have a discussion, right? Initially, Eric Muhammad didn't appear to know what the discussion was about because either he had been emailed about it too late, or perhaps when he was emailed about the topic of the debate, the actual topic was not very clear at that time. Okay, so initially, Taharka Bey explained that he would like to compare Noble Drew Ali and Farad Muhammad as to which one of them was actually inspired by God, right? Now, personally, I believe the topic was vain. I don't think the public was basically clamoring for a debate of that nature. Okay, as far as information and research, the black conscious community is very open to that type of information. But when you begin to compare the messengers, when you begin to compare the prophets and the teachers in a way that compares them for a victory, I believe that that is not as progressive as this debate could have been. Okay, because I think that sets a dogmatic tone. I think that sets a divisiveness and separatist thinking that we do not need in our community. Okay, but be that as it may, the debate took place. What I would like to say generally, let me make some general statements about the debate because it was very layered. Okay, at the very inception, Taharka Bey, as the first person in the debate to speak, began to criticize the Nation of Islam, right? Before I get into what he actually said, right? Why would you, if you are defending your teacher, right? Why would you begin by speaking about the next man's teacher, right? If you're in a debate with me about my faith, you should tell me about your faith. You should tell me why your leader was an exemplary leader. You should tell me why your teacher was an exemplary teacher. You should not start to speak about my teacher. All right. This will give anyone in the listening audience the impression that what your faith is based on is not very consistent or is not very impactful. Okay, because he began to criticize Farad Muhammad and say that basically he borrowed and copied from the Moorish Science Temple of America. And he basically said that after the passing on of Noble Drew Ali, Farad Muhammad basically borrowed some of the already existing infrastructure of his organization and formed the first temple of the Nation of Islam. All right. So when he said this, it only really left Eric Muhammad in a defensive position. I would understand he probably was offended by the language that was being used. Okay, because if you invite someone respectfully onto your platform, you should at least give them the benefit of the doubt by actually conducting yourself in the true sense of a debate. Defend yourself. Don't attack me. You should attack me maybe in the rebuttal, but not in your very first statements. You know. So perhaps our brother Taharka Bey was not as prepared as he would like us to believe. But eventually, there was a back and forth in which Eric Muhammad basically accused him of using um, hearsay, a lot of hearsay, a lot of anecdotal evidence that he basically felt Taharka Bey was stringing together to formulate this argument, right? And so this represented the tone and the overall picture of the debate. And I feel ultimately both of these brothers held their own. They were very it was an intelligent discourse, but I felt like it was taken off course by accusations, right? And I don't think going to the FBI files or CIA files to talk about the earliest life of each of these characters, I don't think that that was progressive. All right. I think they were having a scholarly debate. So if you're having a scholarly debate, I mean, how did you end up in the CIA files to find information about one of these teachers? You know, and clearly this was not indicated in the earliest discussions about when the debate would take place and what the discussion would be. Okay, but family overall, because I know I asked the question, who won the debate between Taharka Bey and Eric Muhammad? And basically, I feel that as far as speaking style, as far as sticking to the actual topic, I give this one to Eric Muhammad because this was an ambush debate. If it was a respectful debate taking place in a neutral forum, then I think we could give them a more balanced critique. But at this point, based on all indications from what I saw, I say Eric Muhammad held his own, despite basically being ambushed by the topic and the style of the debate. Alright, family. We must remember that despite your difference in opinion, every person that is a part of a religion respects their teacher, they respect their leader. And so, when you invite a person into your platform, you should be respectful. Alright, family. Let me know your thoughts about all these dynamics in the comments below. Everybody be safe, social distance, and we'll come out of this one on top. One love.